Attention passionate Cleveland, BROWNS FANS. Latest news, something big is happening in the AFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Cleveland Browns' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Cleveland Browns fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Cleveland, BROWNS FANS. Let's get to the news now. Browns fans, buckle up, because there's some exciting, potentially game-changing news coming from Berea these days, and it involves a name that's been making waves even before he set foot on an NFL field. That name is Shedeur Sanders. Yes, the quarterback has been getting a lot of attention lately, especially with the upcoming preseason Week 1 game against the Carolina Panthers scheduled for this Friday, August 8th. And if you're a Browns fan, this is something you definitely don't want to miss. Shedeur Sanders, the son of NFL legend Deion Sanders, is set to make his professional debut, and it's stirring quite the buzz around Cleveland. So let's rewind a little and understand the context here. Cleveland, like many teams, is currently navigating through a bit of a quarterback dilemma. Injuries have hit the room hard. Kenny Pickett, the Steelers' franchise quarterback, is battling a hamstring injury, which has kept him out of action, and the rookie Dillon Gabriel has also been nursing some issues. Meanwhile, the Browns are in a somewhat unusual position, having to prepare for a game without their usual starters, or at least without some key players available. That's where Shedeur Sanders comes into the picture. Initially listed as the fourth-string quarterback, he's now suddenly thrust into the spotlight, especially with the injuries and the uncertainty surrounding the Browns' quarterback room. But here's what makes this story even more compelling. Sanders, despite being a rookie and somewhat of a polarizing figure, has shown maturity beyond his years. He's facing a lot of the typical rookie criticism, especially given his fall to the fifth round, which surprised many analysts and fans alike. But Sanders has handled all of this with grace, and more importantly, with a laser focus on his goals. He's not letting the noise outside distract him. Instead, he's been working tirelessly, and now he's got this incredible opportunity to showcase his talent. Interestingly, he was sidelined recently due to shoulder soreness, but he returned to practice on Monday, ready to go. That's a testament to his resilience and dedication. Now, what's truly fascinating is the story about Shedeur blocking his father, Deion Sanders, from watching him practice. Yes, initially it seemed shocking. After all, Deion Sanders is a legendary NFL Hall of Famer and a renowned coach. But Shedeur explained that his reasoning was simple and mature. He wanted to prove himself first before allowing his father to see him in action. In his own words, he said, "I look at it in my own point of view. I don't want him coming to see me right now because I want to get where I'm going. Then for him to see me. I don't want him coming to see me get a couple of reps in and he is cheering like a good dad. You can't be proud of me right now. I gotta get where I'm going, and I know there's a lot I gotta do to get there." That kind of mindset is rare for a young player, especially one under such public scrutiny, but it speaks volumes about his maturity and his desire to forge his own path. Now, the big question on everyone's mind: what does this mean for the Browns and their quarterback situation? Well, with Joe Flacco, the seasoned veteran, potentially locked in as the starter for the upcoming season, the immediate role for Sanders is likely to be that of a developmental player or emergency backup. But if he impresses in this preseason debut, especially given the injuries and the current uncertainty, he could very well position himself as a real contender for playing time early in the season. It's possible that Sanders could leap ahead of Dillon Gabriel or even challenge Kenny Pickett for a starting role, especially if he shows the kind of promise that many believe he has. Let's talk a little about what the Browns might be looking for in this game. Cleveland's coaching staff is undoubtedly eager to see how Sanders handles live game situations, especially under pressure. His arm strength, decision-making, and command of the offense will be under close watch. Remember, preseason is as much about evaluation as it is about winning, and for Sanders, this game represents a chance to make a statement. An impressive performance could solidify his place on the roster and maybe even spark a conversation about his future role in the Browns' offense. And for the Browns, this is a perfect storm of opportunity. With injuries hitting the quarterback room, a promising young talent like Sanders stepping up could add a new dimension to their roster. It's worth noting that Flacco, despite being the presumed starter, has been held out of some practices, possibly as part of a planned rotation or to manage veteran rest. The coaching staff is likely watching Sanders very closely, weighing his potential not just as a developmental project, but as someone who could contribute sooner rather than later. If Sanders impresses, it could shake up the depth chart and even influence the team's strategy moving forward. But beyond just this game, what's really intriguing is the broader context. Sanders has been making headlines everywhere, not only because of his talent, but also because of his background and the way he's handling the pressure. His commitment to proving himself first before seeking validation from his father shows a level of maturity that resonates with many fans. It's also a reminder that talent alone isn't enough. Mindset, work ethic, and mental toughness are key ingredients for success at the highest level. Sanders has demonstrated all of these qualities, and it's why so many Browns fans and NFL enthusiasts are keeping a close eye on him. Now, let's talk about the bigger picture for the Browns. Cleveland has been building a competitive roster for the last few years, and the quarterback position has been a point of focus. With Deshaun Watson's return from suspension and his efforts to get back to form, the team is in a somewhat transitional phase. But the emergence of a player like Sanders could complicate things in a good way. It pushes the team to develop young talent, to create competition, and to keep everyone sharp. If Sanders can show flashes of brilliance in the preseason, it might even influence how the Browns approach their roster decisions down the line, possibly leading to a more dynamic and versatile offense. And remember, this isn't just about one preseason game. It's about setting the stage for what could be a very exciting season ahead. Cleveland fans are used to high expectations, and with the team aiming for another deep playoff run, every piece of the puzzle counts. If Sanders manages to impress, he could become a crucial part of that puzzle sooner than anyone expects. The coaching staff's assessment during these early games will be critical, and Sanders' performance could be a defining moment for his NFL career. Of course, there are still a lot of questions. Will Sanders be able to handle the pressure of the NFL stage? Can he adapt quickly to the speed and complexity of the game? Will he seize this opportunity and turn it into a springboard for a starting role? These are questions that only time will answer, but the signs are promising. His work ethic, his mental approach, and his talent suggest he's ready for the challenge. Browns fans are hopeful that this season will be one of growth, resilience, and perhaps even some surprises from the young quarterback. As we look ahead to Friday's game, the atmosphere will surely be electric. Browns fans, players, and coaches will all be watching closely as Sanders takes the field. It's a moment that could define his career and add a new chapter to Browns' history. Preseason games often get overlooked, but for someone like Sanders, it's a chance to make a statement. And for Browns fans, it's a chance to witness a potential new star emerging right before their eyes. So keep your eyes peeled, because Friday's game isn't just another preseason matchup. It's a potential turning point for Cleveland's future at quarterback and a story of perseverance, talent, and the relentless pursuit of greatness. Whether Sanders ends up being the next big thing in Cleveland or not, it's clear that this young man has already captured the attention of fans and analysts alike. His journey is just beginning, and it's shaping up to be a fascinating story to follow in the coming weeks and months. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest Cleveland Browns news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Cleveland Browns fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Are you excited to see Shedeur Sanders take the field? Do you believe he's got what it takes to challenge the established quarterbacks or even become the starter someday? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Browns. We love engaging with you, and your insights can truly add to the conversation. Remember, this is just the beginning, and there's so much more to come. I'll be back soon with more updates, insights, and analysis, so stay tuned for the latest Cleveland Browns news. This season promises to be one of the most exciting in recent memory, and with young talents like Sanders stepping into the spotlight, it's shaping up to be a year to remember. Thanks for watching, Browns fans, and as always, go Browns!